Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters in the risen Lord. Today, Thursday, we are still in the octave of Easter. We continue to read from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 24, from where we left yesterday. Now, we reflected uh, on yesterday's Gospel that these two disciples, on their way to Emmaus, having met the Lord, and at the breaking of the bread, they recognize the risen Lord. So now they are coming back to Jerusalem to break the good news, to share their experience, their encounter with Jesus. So as they were talking to one another, once again Jesus stood up there and told them, "Peace be with you." Now, Jesus knew for sure that this is what his disciples wanted that moment: peace, shalom. Because, my dear brothers and sisters, today uh, we have a lot of things, and we like to keep a lot of things around us. But what we don't have within us is the inner peace. As we normally say, when somebody dies, we normally say, rest in peace. So, up until we die, during our lifetime, sometimes we don't experience this inner peace. So, Jesus is giving these disciples that peace because Jesus knew that their state of their mind, they have lost their faith, hope, and they are so disheartened, and then they were afraid of Jews, and because their master, their Lord, was crucified and died. So Jesus knew, just to boost them up, they need this inner peace. So today, I think what we need is from the resurrected Lord more than anything else in this present crisis as we experience right now. And maybe we are down, and we in this lockdown, it's very difficult to go through these days. So we are not at peace. So we had to ask for that inner peace from our risen Lord. And secondly, Jesus had to show his hands and his wounds, his feet, just to show or make them convinced that he is truly a Lord. And at times, my dear brothers and sisters, we are moved by signs and wonders and miracles. We are not moved by faith. So we know that Jesus is risen. He lives. He lives in you and me. But still, for all, sometimes we go after a lot of miracles, signs, and wonders. And uh, at the end of the gospel, it is written that now when they came to know it was Jesus, uh, and they were happy. Their joy was so great. So when we come for Sunday Mass, when it comes to Sunday morning, do we feel that happiness? I'm going to see Jesus. I'm going to be nourished by his body and blood at the breaking of the bread. I am going to be nourished by his word. So what sort of attitude that we have when we come for Mass even, to meet Jesus, to talk with Jesus? And I am ready to receive Jesus in that sense. So, my dear brothers and sisters, sometimes it can be just an fulfilling an obligation. So, I should feel that happiness within me when I see Jesus, when I receive Jesus. Or do I really believe and recognize the real presence of Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament today? So, what are the signs that Jesus needs to perform now? Because the fact that we are living, The fact that every morning we get up is itself is a miracle. The fact that we are breathing in and breathing out is a miracle. It's a sign that Jesus is present among us. So, my dear brothers and sisters, let us be open to ourselves and let us allow that Spirit of the risen Lord to empower us, to give us this inner peace and happiness, that enlightenment, so that we may always be nourished by His body and blood, and also we be nourished by His eternal word, because it is that word that was burning the hearts of the disciples when Jesus explained to them. So let us ask that Lord, same Jesus, to touch us with His love, with His mercy, and also with His forgiveness, and also that He will give the necessary graces to proclaim the good news wherever we are sent in our own places, in our own ways. Amen. May God bless you all.